Hey everybody, it's Wargod 63 here, Kevin. I got another update. I did one previous, was vinyl. This is CDs. I got quite a few here. So we'll go forward with that. But first, what's playing is a band called Sorcerer. And the album Systems of Time, which came out in 2018 on Steel Gallery Records. So this is what playing. First, subscribe to my channel, hit the button down below, hit the bell, and you'll get all updates with upcoming videos and guy comments linked below. Anyway, let's start out here. First CD, Tony Martin with Thorns. Of course, we all know Tony Martin was in Black Sabbath. He did 6 albums with them, and he's got quite a few albums on his own. This is a fantastic release. Came out last year, and I played the hell out of this when I first got it. I got it probably a month and a half ago, but good stuff. Let's see what it has. 11 tracks, put out by Dark Star Records, but this is a great new release from Tony Martin. Up next, well, I think I'll wait on this because I got a bunch to show you here. In the previous update, in the vinyl, I showed you this band here, which was a band called Tiger B. Smith. Well, I showed you the vinyl. Well, here's the CD I picked up. I think these are like 10 bucks. They're hard to come by, actually, but I found a seller. Was it eBay, or I think it was on eBay where I picked these up. Otherwise, they're high price CDs. Again, Bill Peters was the one who showed this album on his Facebook site, and Bill and I have kind of similar taste in 70s music. We go back and forth. But anyway, this is Tiger Rock from Tiger B. Smith. This originally came out in 1972 on the Vertigo Polygram label. The band is from Germany, and hard rock, maybe a little bit of psych in there, not a whole lot, but more hard rock in nature. And then of course, with the album I showed you, I got the CD of this. We're the Tiger Bunch, and this one came out in, I think it was 75, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe so. But again, a 3-piece hard rock, great stuff. If you like 70s hard rock, you'll love this stuff. 2 Tiger B. Smith albums. Up next, of course, I showed the vinyl. I have the CD of this band, Tension Decay. Again, new wave of traditional heavy metal. Great stuff. Again, put out by Dying Victims Records. New release this year. Came out probably 3 weeks to a month now. 2022 release. Right up my alley. I love new wave of traditional heavy metal. A lot of good bands in that genre, and keeping that tradition alive from way back when it was new wave of British heavy metal. Those bands, well, these bands kind of morphed that sound into the new wave of traditional heavy metal, and this band is one of them. Very good stuff. I believe the first full length. Not sure if they have any EPs or demos, but as far as I know, this is the only one. But good stuff. Pick them up. Not overly priced. Up next, I just got these yesterday. And of course, we all know who Ripper Owens is. He's in a gazillion bands, of course. And this is another band that he's in. The band is called Thundermaker out of Sweden. And this is I believe this is the first release from these guys. This is called Gods of the Earth. This is a digipack. It has 10 tracks, trying to sing. This has a variety of vocalists on it. Wade Black is on there, Mike Anderson, Thor, Paul Steed, Blaze Bailey, just to name a few on this one. Ripper isn't on this one, but he is on this one, Thundermaker, The Road. And this is great stuff. Of course, it has Ronnie Monroe on here, Tim Ripper Owens, Riley Larson. Just a great fun listen. Just great heavy metal. And but anyway, so I picked these up. I just got these from, I believe, from the band, so that's where I ordered them. So check out Thundermaker. Brand new EP from these guys out of, I believe these guys are out of Washington, but it's hard to get their stuff in the States. Even the band, even if you go to their band camp, you put it in your cart, it goes to Sleazy Rider Records overseas, and that's where I picked this up. And I'm talking about Graywitch and Rise of the Witch. This is a full length. I thought this was the EP, but it is not. Brand new full length. Just came out, well, actually it's a 2021 release, later last year, so I thought it was a 2022 release. But anyway, brand new Graywitch, again, new wave of traditional heavy metal band. So check these guys out if you have not. Again, I'll leave some links below so you guys can check them out. But good stuff here from Graywitch. I just got this. Some epic heavy metal if you like... I can't think of the band now. Let's see if I have it up there. I don't see it. Anyway, band is called Valador. This is their second release. This is called Full Triumph. This is more epic heavy metal. Definitely has some new traditional elements in this, new wave of traditional heavy metal. But to me, this is more epic metal. And this is some great stuff as well. I just picked this up too. A lot of stuff's been coming in for me here this week especially. So I've been bombarded with new music, but I haven't been able to bombard this new music to listening all the time. When I can, I put it on my truck radio, or I have it in my phone, so I hear it at my work site where I go through my Bluetooth radio. But some Valador with Full Triumph, some epic heavy metal. This band has elements of speed metal, traditional heavy metal, old school heavy metal. They're on the Fighter Records label. I believe these guys, this Fighters Records is out of Italy, if I'm not mistaken. This is a great band. I've been wanting to get this for a long time, and this was a 2021 release. The band was called Ultra Raptor, and the album Tyrants. This is a great release. Right off the bat, Missile Metal Warrior just slaps you in the face with some killer guitar, great vocals. Then it goes into Cyborg Rex, which kind of has a story of the Cyborg eras. But I mean, some of these songs are Night Slasher, Gale Runner, Quest for the Relics, Space Fighter, Caustic Shower, Ultra Raptor. I love their name logo. It just speaks to you heavy metal. So Tyrants and Ultra Raptor. So this, I just took this out of my truck. It's been in there for 4 or 5 days. I think I've heard it 10 times at least. But great release from Ultra Raptor. I believe these guys are out of Greece. Up next, of course, I showed you the vinyl version of this, so I picked up the CD version. Of course, this is currently in my truck, and this is a kind of a slipcase album. I might be looking for the jewel case if there is one, but of course I have the. I showed you in a previous update of the vinyls I have. I got the single vinyl of this, and then I ordered the double vinyl, which should be here Monday. But this is a great release. Great hard rock album, reminiscent of, if you like, the Love Drive era, Animal Magnetism era, maybe Blackout. This kind of goes back to that era. Maybe it doesn't, to me it doesn't have that real heaviness of that, but this is very damn close to that era. Sound-wise, Klaus sounds fantastic on all these songs. The band is tight. Mickey D on drums is fantastic. That was a great acquisition. Getting him to do drums on this album, I mean, he just kind of brought the band to a higher level, in my opinion, with his drumming on this. To me, Mickey D is very underrated as a drummer, and of course, you know, we all know him from Motorhead. Predominantly in there a lot with Motorhead. So, but anyway, this is a great release. If you haven't got it, go pick it up. It's not expensive. Support the band. These guys have been doing it for well over 50 years. I mean, how many bands can you say that they've been rocking hard for 50 years? Only a handful, and this is one of them. Up next, I wasn't a real huge fan of this band's material. I mean, to me, they're just a little bit too melodic, their earlier stuff, but this really takes it to another level. Crystal Ball and Chrysteria. This is a great release. Of course, it has a guest appearance from Ronnie Romero from Rainbow MSG, and Johan Fallberg and Peter Ostros from Jaded Heart. Produced by Stefan Kaufman, Accept Udo, so forth. Great release. It's heavier than their previous stuff, but it still has that melodic vibe in their songs, but it still has a little bit heavier sound-wise than their previous stuff. So pick up Crystal Ball. Good stuff here. The 11th album from the Swedish melodic metal heroes. So they've been around quite a while. I don't know if I showed this, but some killer thrash from Germany. Bonded. I think I showed the vinyls, which were these two right here. This one and this one. Well, this is the one here, which is that one there. So some German thrash from Bonded, ex-members of Sodom formed this band, and damn good stuff here. Great thrash. Germany, for some reason, is a hotbed for German thrash. They've always been a hotbed for German thrash, and this is another band that is killer German thrash. So check them out. Again, I don't know if we'll be showing. I might be showing one here. It might be a German thrash band as well. Here's I just picked this up. I'm looking for their new one, which I don't think it's out quite yet. But Armory and The Search. Maybe it has some thrash elements in there, but to me it has more of a heavy metal vibe going on, old school heavy metal vibe going on. But The Search, great stuff. And gotta love the cover. I don't know if it's an Ed Repka cover. I'd have to read into it a little bit more. Let's see here. No, cover artwork is by Matthias Frisk. Did that. Kind of close to a Ed Repka, but Great cover. Armory with The Chance. I showed, or Brendan Von Doom showed this on vinyl. Intrigued me. So I went over to Amazon and looked for it. All I found was the CD. The vinyl was really spendy, so I just kind of passed on that. Hopefully it'll come down in price. But I think these guys are from Sweden or Finland. Prestige. So killer thrash, and this is Reveal the Ravage. I think it's Swedish thrash. But great stuff, kick you in the ass, like thrash usually does. Fantastic stuff. This was in my CD player for quite a long time. But anyway, here's some Prestige with Reveal the Ravage. This band here is on a bigger label, a better label, a label that suits their style, and to me this is one of the big three bands out of India, next to Cryptos and Against Evil, where those two are, one's more of a thrash heavy metal and the other one is more of a straightforward heavy metal. These guys, Garish and the Chronicles, called Hail to the Heroes, are more, they have that heavy metal sound. They have that hard rock flair, and so they incorporate the two together, and it works very well for these guys. This band has been around. They're kind of like the Beatles of India. These guys have been praised all over that part of the world, and Frontiers picked them up, and fantastic release. I do have the vinyl coming. Their first couple albums are hard to get because they were independently released by the band, but I do have them. Their last one was great, Rock the Highway. This one is just as good, if not better. Hail to the Heroes. Go over to YouTube, check them out. I'll leave a link below where you can check them out. But this is a great release from Garish and the Chronicles. Again, the vinyl comes out, I think, in April. So check them out. This was kind of a blind buy or a blind find, tongue tied here. A blind find and a blind buy. So I checked them out over on YouTube. I believe these guys are out of the US. The band was called Wild Ride, and their album Gasoline Alley. Just a slipcase. It has 6 tracks, so it's kind of an EP of sorts. Just some great hard rock from these guys. I believe these guys are out of the US. But anyway, some great hard rock from Wild Ride. Of course, I showed you the vinyl in a previous update. Well, I have the CD as well, and a great release from Lana Lane. I have all of her stuff on CD, so I had to get this just to keep it going. Great stuff. Check her out. I think you guys would love her if you're into female fronted hard rock metal. She's not really heavy. I wouldn't classify her as a heavy metal artist. Has elements of progressive rock, melodic rock, fantastic vocals, soft vocals. I mean, this is a great album. Pick it up. Up next, this is a band out of Canada, and I picked up, well, I thought it was going to be a CD, but they sent me just a CD, no case, just, well, it came in this, but the band was called Turbo, and the album is called Fast as Fuck. I think this has 5 tracks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 actually. It's a mini EP, just some Canadian heavy metal from Turbo. Be nice if it was a regular CD case, but to take what I got. It was only $5, so I picked it up. Yeah, okay, another German band I was telling you about. This is the last one I received. I think I have most of them now. Necronomicon, and this is Revenge of the Beast. Some German thrash, maybe a little crossover. Depends on what era of the albums you get. But this is on Extreme Music. This came out 2008, so a little bit older. They've been around since about 83, 84. Early stuff, very raw sounding thrash. Has that venom vibe going on vocally, but great stuff from Necronomicon. Again, great German thrash. Pick them up. Trying to hurry up here before the sun gets into my face here. Pick these up over at Laser's Edge. Some heavy metal here from a band called Freaks and Clowns. This is called We Set the World on Fire. This came out. This is a new release. New band to me. Love to cover what I seen, so I picked it up. Checked them out. Just some great heavy metal. Old school. It has 13 tracks. It's on Flying Dolphin Entertainment. I think I paid $15 for this over at Laser's Edge. If you're familiar with it, they cater to progressive rock, progressive metal, some thrash, heavy metal, fusion, stuff like that. But pick this up, Freaks and Clowns. This is also from Laser's Edge. I usually buy CDs there. On occasion I'll buy vinyl when it's reduced in price. Otherwise their vinyl is pretty expensive over there. But they do a great job, especially if you pre-order. You know, they're usually spot on when they ship it, and it doesn't take very long. And this is a great band too, Firewolfe and Conquer All Fear, melodic power metal. From these guys. I think this is probably their 4th or 5th release, if I'm not mistaken. They're on the Ilium music label. Ilium used to be very popular probably 10, 15, 20 years ago. A lot of good bands on there. They're still putting out some good bands. This is, it has 11 tracks. Again, like I say, on Ilium music, this is a 2021 release. If I had gotten it earlier, probably would have made my list last year, but anyway, some Firewolfe. This came from Laser's Edge as well. This is also on the Ilium label. This is an older release though. This is a 2013 release from Sandstone. I want to say these guys are more progressive metal. This is Delta Viridian. But I love these guys. These guys are fantastic. Again, 2013 release. This was a cheaper buy, $10 maybe. But good stuff, progressive metal. Check them out. This was a blind buy on Amazon. I was going through a bunch of stuff, and this happened to come up on a search, and I loved the cover, so I went and bought the CD. This came out in 2015 on Scream Music, and the band was called High Tension, and the album Under Tension. And just some great stuff here. If you ever come across this, pick this up. I don't think I've ever seen anybody show any High Tension, but good stuff here from High Tension, Under Tension from 2015. This I ordered from Australia. This band I've been following since they became Lord. Prior to that, they were called Dungeon. Of course, if you're familiar with Australian heavy metal band Dungeon, from late 80s, early 90s, who later disbanded and became Lord. I picked this up. This isn't a full length. This has just got 3 tracks actually. Let's see here. What does it have? It has it has 3 tracks and a chat, a 30-minute chat with Andy and Lord Tim. Their first song they do is Strategio, which is an Iron Maiden cover off of Senjutsu. They do a very good job of this. But the EP is called Blood Red Skies from Lord. I do buy a lot of stuff from Lord. A lot of it is really good. Previous to this one, they did a covers album, and which is very good as well. But Lord Tim on guitar, I got number 153. I'm not sure how many there are, but some Lord with Blood Red Skies. I got a couple more here. I got 5 left. I showed you the vinyl in a couple of previous updates, maybe a month ago, a couple weeks ago maybe. So I picked up, I had the vinyl, so I picked up the CD of Canadian thrashers Rectify and The World Enslaved, their latest release that came out last year. It's on Doc. This one here, I don't think this was on Doc Gator Records. Let's see here. Doesn't say on here, but wait, I think I've seen it. But anyway, if you like Canadian thrash, pick this up. I don't think this is a Doc Gator's release. There were 2 different labels that released this. Doc Gator is predominantly the band's label they go through. And a lot of the stuff is very limited. I think this one is only limited on vinyl to 100. Previous one, The Powers That Be, was limited, I think, to 200. And then the 2 Remnants of War and can't think of the other one, but those were also on Doc Gator. Very hard to come by now. Luckily I found them. But killer Canadian thrash. They're out of Thunder Bay, so check them out. A couple more here. This is another band out of Australia I've been following since their inception. This member also is in Lord, so they kind of collaborate back and forth between this guy's band and Lord Tim's band. And the band is called Ilium and Quantum Evolution Event. This is more of an EP. If you like traditional heavy metal, maybe with some progressive elements in it, this is what you're going to get here. Fantastic artwork, sci-fi. I have a couple shirts from Ilium. I have most of their music, but good stuff. And never see anybody ever show a band Ilium out of Australia. I'm trying to think of let's see, Jason Hodges is the main guy of the band, and then of course Lord Tim is on vocals, and Tim Yadaris is on drums, who's also in Lord. So they kind of go back and forth between each band, but good stuff here. And these last 3 are kind of a surprise for me. I seen this album on Facebook through this band's website quite a bit, and I don't know, I just never gave them a chance. But I went over and I started to hear some samples over on YouTube, and I was floored how good these guys are. I believe these guys are out of Germany as well. They play more of a retro 70s sound in their music, in their playing, but they do have the modern edge to it. But I mean, they still harken back to the 70s style. The band was called Wolf Spirit. This just came about 2 hours ago. This is called Change the World. This is their latest release. I believe they have 7 releases out. This one is on Cargo Records. This came out in 2021. This is fantastic. It's heavy. It definitely has that 70s feel. In the modern music scene now, you'd love it. If these guys came out of the 70s, this is how they would sound like. Very good stuff. And then I had picked up this one here. Definitely has the psychedelic cover. This is also Wolf Spirit and the album Free. On Cargo Records, this came out in 2015 on, well, more or less Spirit Stone Records. Debbie, what the heck is it? Debbie, I'm trying to think of her name. She's all over Facebook if you follow. Here's the band here. I'm sure Nathan from Down Under, Metal Down Under, he would love this band. If he doesn't know about them already. I'm trying to think of the female's name. Debbie Kraft, that's her name. Again, this band is out of Germany. Definitely have that 70s sound going on here. And the last one I picked up, these are a couple days ago. This one is Fire and Ice from Wolf Spirit. And this one came out, I think this one came out in 2018, I believe. I think it was right before Change the World. So, anyway, Wolf Spirit. So, check them out. I'll leave you some links below. Check them out. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell, and you'll get updates from new video updates. And anyway, keep it loud, keep it heavy, keep it metal. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.